It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bisons and the Tigers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thank you for joining us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It is week 2 of the preseason. Greg, as the coaches get ready for this one, you never know if preseason game was what we were preparing for. There was a focus and intensity after getting on the field for the first time as a unit in week 1.
You're exactly right, Mike. We had an opportunity to meet with these coaches, and from the way they talked, you would have thought this was week. I think really what it boils down to, this is another great opportunity to have your players play in live.
One in the books. Who's going to stand out here? Very important week for some. Week 2 of the preseason, and we're off on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And remember now, Mike, since they made the schedule change, this week 2 of the 3-week preseason is really the opportunity to have a dress rehearsal for a lot of these starters. We see them get more game opportunities and game reps, all in preparation for week 1 to kick off. But for the rest of the team, there's the guys looking to fight for roles. There's a lot of guys just looking to fight to make the roster.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. A pickup of 12 yards. And that will be a first down. Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. It's another run here for Williams. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Now this time, they'll look to throw.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Bisons.
Touchdown, St. Louis.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bisons will take a 7-0 lead.
Tigers, nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Tigers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bison's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, they go with Brooks. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Tigers offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Bison's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0. As they begin with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll look to throw yet again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the air one more time. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately here, one of his teammates quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Here's the punter now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. The Tigers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bison's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
3rd and 5. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Here's their punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So we are at halftime in this preseason matchup. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you and Greg in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. LeBuy's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the St. Louis first down.
Now a give up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He's brought down to the 39-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing now from the gun. A throw on the run is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket. And great example of it here.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think first down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Another try with Brooks. Brooks, first down and then some. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you could attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Time to kick it away for the Bisons. Here comes the punt team, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's going to air this one out. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is a big problem going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff, running right. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. They need one right now. 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Now, faking the give. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they'll come up to 3rd and 3. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And they are still searching for that first touchdown of the game. Greg, this defense that they're going against has been like a brick wall.
And especially this front 7. And listen, Mike, we all know this is a passing league. But what you want to do is you want to at least be unpredictable on offense, meaning you want to be in what they call 50-50 downs. I got an equal opportunity to both run or pass based on the down and distance.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that first down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Here's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
An extra point attempt to follow. He gets it to go, and the Bisons move out in front by the score of 17-3. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.